Let's just jump right into it. Hi to anybody who finds me, because I haven't told anybody I'm going live. So to those of you who pop in and catch this, great. And to those of you who watch it after the fact, thank you. So I reprinted the parts for the Z. This is the one that has the screw that comes through the top here and then goes into a heated insert that's pressed in the bottom here, and then it pulls up on the whole thing instead of going at that weird angle and creating a problem. So I reprinted that, and then I got two of the different nut holders that space this part out perfectly with these two. And I did realize something. This does print with a wider hole because you're supposed to use a machine head or socket head. You're supposed to use a socket head screw in here, and then it just captures the end of the socket head to just basically keep it lined. So we'll have to do that, and then we'll pull it up into place and get it taut, and then get this one put in as well. So the 4 pieces, I only need 3 of them. I don't know which one I need here, so I printed both of them. Figured it was only going to add a few extra, a minute or so to the print. It wasn't a very big print to begin with, so it wasn't going to add much time. So I figured I'd print it. HVAC Sergio, how you doing, good sir? Hey, thank you for the box of goodies. I do have that behind me here. We'll show that off here in a minute. See what all's in the box. Did peek in it myself, but it's always nice to show people what gets sent my way. So thank you again, good sir, for all that. We will definitely find uses for those things. But yeah, SPC 3D, how are we doing today, good sir? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I just figured I got home. My daughter had a orthodontist appointment today. We had to go up and do that. So that took my day. So I figured might as well stream. And that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to stream. There was no way I was making it to work today. Not even for like a part of a day, because it's already 2:30 and I got home about 2 o'clock, ran to the post office and sent a package out to JPP. And then got home, moved a dresser into my daughter's room real quick, and now I'm out here streaming. I have the box of goodies from Sergio, which is right here. Since I don't necessarily want to dox either myself or Sergio, I will make sure to keep the label out of the shot as best I can. So we'll open the box, and here's the box of goodies from Mr. Sergio he sent out. For those who forget, he sent me a box of goodies a little while back, and then now he sent me another box of goodies. So, not going to complain. This guy right out the gate, a nice little thermistor to keep track of temperature. So, like a probe to stick inside of a printer enclosure or something like that to keep track of what's going on. So that's a little thermistor with its own independent display. Got there in one piece. It wasn't routed through Washington last time. Yeah, no kidding. Shrimp Daddy Martin, good to see you, Martin. How you doing, good sir? And then we have a SKR2. This is the 2021 revision. So I got to double check and see, is this the one that has, yep, it has the 2 stickers on it. So it'll work with the 2209s and it doesn't get angry. So there is a SKR2. For those who don't remember, maybe you got into 3D printing a little later, or you just didn't know about it. The SKR2 boards from Big Tree Tech had a little bit of an issue with the 2209, the TMC steppers, where they would not cooperate properly and could potentially be hazardous to your home. So if you see 2 pass stickers on the rear instead of 1, that means that the issue had been resolved on that board, and that board is safe for use with the TMC 2208, 2209 steppers. This here, it says reliable 2-piece 8mm, but when you open it, there is currently three rods. They look like the 8mm. JPP, hey ya, good to see you, sir. I sent you a message on Discord. I believe you saw it. I haven't looked at Discord since I sent that, so I don't know. But I sent that out to you today, so you should be getting the screens and the USB serial adapter. Then we got some printed parts here. And these guys look like they are for Raspberry Pis, and they have multiple mounts for mounting it up. So Raspberry Pi plates. Set these back in their bubble wrap. Yeah, I sent you the tracking info so you can keep track of it. It is 3-day shipping, so you should have it hopefully by Friday if all goes well. The next thing we have is the BTT TFT 35V3. For those who don't know, this is the one that has the touch and Marlin mode on it. So this one is the, it's still sealed in the package, so I don't want to necessarily open it right now. Oh wait, no it's not. It is open. I didn't notice that. Give me a second. Let's open this up. For anybody who hasn't seen this guy, it does have this has touchscreen and Marlin mode. It has the click wheel with the beeper and the reset button. Then on the rear, it actually came with a lot of extra stuff. You had the 2 different ways you could connect it. You could connect an ESP32 Wi-Fi module to the rear of this and then gain Wi-Fi access from here. You've got your EXP 1, 2, and 3. You've got the touch, the plug to set it up for touch device on the newer boards. And then there was just some other inputs, some other I/O on the back here. And it does have the full-size SD, so, and a USB. So it was a neat little display and still is, and I'm sure we'll find a printer to put that on. Let's find somebody who likes both, because you can flip-flop between them and have either touchscreen mode or you can have Marlin mode. So anybody who was looking for both. Marlin mode will work in Clipper. The touchscreen mode does not, as far as I know. There were some people that said they have gotten it to work. I just never have with any of the displays I had that were like this. Trying to get this back down inside the bag, so you're hearing a lot of crinkling. Get that back in the box now. Okay. So we got another display for a build. We do have that SKR2. We can use that with that. Box of fans. So we got some fans. These are not the Winsin ones that are in here. These are Sun-On 12-volt fans. So here's a Winsin 5-volt quiet fan. Here's another Sun-On 12-volt, another Winsin 5, and another Winsin 5-volt. So a couple of Winsin 5-volt fans, a couple of Sun-On fans that are 12-volt. Thankfully, a lot of the newer boards, you have the option to pick the voltage per fan. So we just have to set a jumper, and then 12-volt, 5-volt doesn't really matter anymore. You know what I mean? Here's a end stop. And then here is it says Creality 3D on it. It's a 3-pin on a board. I'm not sure what that guy is for exactly, but we do have a Creality end stop switch and then a little PCB that has, oh, it looks like it looks like maybe you can solder onto it. It's a little breakout board in there. And then a Creality end stop. And then we have, in here, we have a 12-volt fan and a header board for a Raspberry Pi. So it looks like this is a breakout board for a Raspberry Pi to add a fan directly to the Pi. So it's a little fan breakout board. You can just screw the fan right to the board there and then drop it on top and it picks right up. So there's that. And then these aren't labeled, but when you open it up and look inside, these are the TMC 2226s. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So there's 5 TMC 2226s. So, you know, the 2226 steppers. I haven't really played around with those too much, but that's not to say that I won't find a use for these, because 2226s are nice. 2209s, you know, the 2208s, 2209s are pretty much what I've worked with in the past. And then, of course, the old A4988s. So the 2226s, I believe that one has, I forget which steppers are in that one right now. I'll have to double check the TMC steppers on that one. But that one did have something else. And then, yeah, these are TMC 2209s, the V1.2s. And there are 5 of them in there as well. So there's 5 of those. So nice. It's always good to have extra steppers. Steppers seems to be the thing I'm running out of now is steppers. So if anybody's got 2208s, 2209s, 2226s, the 5140s or whatever they are, if you have steppers that are just collecting dust, preferably 2209 or higher, but whatever you have, send it my way. I know I've got some 4988s still that I've just dreaded wanting to put in something, so I haven't used them. And then here is the, it says Mark 3.5 upgrade box, which I know this is not, this is the parts left over from him doing the upgrade to the 3.5. So at least I believe this is. I'm going to double check. Yeah, this is all the old parts that were pulled off. So this has the display cables, the Pinda. It's probably not, I don't know if it's a Pinda or Super Pinda or what it is, but there's a probe in there. Might be a Minda, not a Pinda. And then here is the old board. Yeah, this is the older board, it looks like. So, board. Yeah, here's the enclosure, the other side of the enclosure for it. Big bag of zip ties. I appreciate the zip ties, Sergio. I'm running low on those, so thank you for the zip ties, good sir. Yes, so yes, this is the leftover parts, and that is the board out of the Mark III, Mark 3S, Mark 3S Plus. That's the board on that. Sorry, Vince. Good to see you, good sir. Zip ties are always appreciated. Alcohol wipes and the little nozzle cleaner. And then here is the, or the Pinda, yeah. Here is the wiring harness, the power wire harness that goes from the power supply to the board, along with the thermistor. Okay, and then the hot end thermistor. Here is a printed display for the new Prusa display. It looks like, Sergio, you may have printed this one. I'm assuming it doesn't have like the Prusa on the side and all that. So that's why I'm assuming that you may have printed this one, but still thank you for including it, sir. You never know. You never know. I may do upgrade to that one day. More razor blades. Razor blades are always nice to have for cleaning and cutting things up. So a coupler, and one of the good slip couplers, not the kind of the spring-loaded one. This is the nice solid or rigid like slip coupler, so if it does bind up, it can pop apart and you don't have issues. Then of course the back half of the hot end for the old hot end, and it looks like there's some more hot end parts in here, some more printed hot end parts, and then the plug minus the fuse and power switch, but still a little plug adapter. And then here's one of the random clips for the 3.5 upgrade. So all good stuff, Sergio. Thank you very much, good sir, for all of this. I am going to leave the zip ties out, but the rest of the stuff I'm going to put back in the box for now. Better safe than sorry, right? Put it all back in the box. All the stuff that I can. I'm going to leave the zip ties out because I'm always going through zip ties. Zip ties are always wonderful. If anybody wants to go crazy, feel free to send zip ties. I won't say no to zip ties. Get all this put back in the box here. Get this guy closed up. I do need a better way to organize my office, but I first need to clean the office. You know, I need to get it a little bit better organized. So that I need to work on. I honestly, truly do want to better organize my office space so that I will have a way to better organize against or not against, but organize like control boards, steppers, screens, Pi clones, things like that I have like a nice way of organizing my electronic stuff. And then obviously I need to go through like the screw section. If anybody has a contact that is looking to sponsor an idiot, like a fastener company that wants to send me like just like this sweet setup with a majority of all the screws we use for 3D printing. So like the M2.5 or the M2s, M2.5s, M3, M4, M5, and M6s. If they want to do M6, 7, and 8 and go up to M8s, because I know that when we do 30-30 extrusions, you do tend to use some M8 screws. If they'd like to cover that and cover that from like the like the 4mm all the way up to like the 50 or 60mm, if anybody has a contact that wants to do that, I would love like a giant organizer with all of those in it. I will figure out something. We'll get rid of some of the filament back here for right now, and I'll put it on the wall back here with like a big sticker with their company name on it. I will whore out space in my office for free shit. We all will. Anybody who says they won't, you're a liar, because free shit is good if it's stuff you need. If it's stuff you need. If it's not stuff you need and you're taking it just to take it, quit being a pack rat. But so at the beginning, before a lot of you guys showed up, I reprinted. I found the parts I was looking for that little Z in the back there. This little part right back here. You guys can't see it now. This is blurred. There we go. So you guys remember the green parts I printed for up here on top of the back Z? And I said that the one that they had, I thought it was broken. It's not broken. It's actually printed that way. And the reason being is you're actually supposed to use a socket head screw, and then it just kind of acts like a capture for the socket head. You put it through there and it'll just kind of ride. And then when you loosen it and you tighten the screw through the top instead, it'll pull up, and it pulls up on that side of the socket head to give it support. And then you just tighten it in, and this will hold it here, and then it's tightened in here and held in by the screw at the top. So it should be less of a headache to put this in. There's like, these guys are spaced out perfectly to capture the two nuts that'll be one here and one here. So their spacing is meant to be perfect with these two. And then this just slides down inside the extrusion with a nut in each one, and then you just tighten them down. So my thought is that'll keep it from having the issue where the top nut is in, the bottom nut is in, they're separate, and then as you pull it up, it will do that inside the extrusion. That'll help keep the two nuts lined up together, so as you pull it up and down, it will go up and down. And then really, you don't necessarily have to tighten these two, because that top nut is pulling it up and holding it in place. So depending on how much gap you put in there, you could also put a nut in there too, and then kind of tighten the nut against the bottom side of this to help basically sandwich it and pinch it. Just a thought. So yeah, the thought though is, do I want to do that right now? It is working. Do I just want to save it for if and when that thing fails? I've got it printed and ready to go. It's kind of the way I'm leaning right now, because I kind of want to see this thing fling some plastic as good as it can. It is currently 50-some degrees today, so I have my office door wide open, so it's going to be a little cooler in here. I could close the door, and that'll help bring up some heat. But we're printing PLA on that, and PLA on that at 50 degrees ambient should be fine. I mean, it should be fine. If I have issues with warping on that build plate, well, we'll just change that. But I did send JPP out some stuff, and because I did that, I have some packing materials that are taking up space. So let's get that out of the way. There. These parts I'm going to pop off for now. Oh, and I did reprint the LGX light mount. Okay. I did reprint the LGX light mount in the green as well, the Galaxy green from ASA from Polymaker. So I did reprint that in that so that it's not such an off green compared to the rest of the parts. We'll put this back in the printer now so that when we're ready to go, we'll be ready to go. And I did print all the Galaxy Green parts for the Mark III S Plus to upgrade it to Galaxy Green ASA. So at some point we'll do a stream where we tear off all the orange plastics and put on green. So we'll have a black and green Fabrico Chamois. What's going on, good sir? How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Chamois, not that I'm trying to sound pushy or jinx anything. All I'm saying is have you seen that people have started to receive those already? It's insane that they said it would be that far out and people are already receiving them. So I'm excited and I can't wait. And I thank you specifically. By the way, guys, go check out XR Bunker Works or xrbunker.works if you need PCBs and LEDs and things like that. Because let me check this. I have these two little guys here, and I don't know. These are the daylight matchsticks from Blam. These are the daylight matchstick from Blam. Are these you got those on your on XR, right? I'm not trying to cross promote knowing you're here as Fabrico, good sir, but you got your own thing you do. So yeah, so you can get those at XR Bunker. These came with that printer, so I don't know where they came from with the kit. So I don't know that they did or didn't come from you, sir. I got that from a guy, a trade on Marketplace. Sporlock, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so these at some point will get wired up and get on that guy, but I'm not sure when, because I want to get this thing printing really good, and then I want to take it to work and leave it on my bench at work and use it as a bench printer. I'm only going to be putting PLA on it, so I have the panels. I did the enclosure. It was fun for a few minutes, but I'm mostly going to print PLA on that at work. I don't necessarily need all that, so hard to say. You've made more of them than anyone else in the US. Okay. Something just dipped off on my system here. I just heard a doo-doo. But the microphone's still working and that webcam is still up. So let's do this. Ready? Right screen. Now that's still working. There you go. That guy's still working. That camera's working. That one is still not working. Go figure. Here's the K1. Look, you can go inside the K1. And then that's really it. So yeah, it looks like the one camera that's still messed up is the one up there. I'm gonna have to unplug it and reconnect it. I'm actually gonna replace that with another one of these cameras right here. So I have this one here, and then I'll have that one up there. That'll be hopefully a little better quality. It's another Logi, but yeah. Audio and cam is still good. Thank you, JPP. Non-fam, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I got to go back and make sure I got everybody now. I always like to say hi when you guys pop in. But yeah, so I think the only thing I want to do today, really, I don't know that I want to swap out parts because it is working. I just want to throw some prints at it and see if I can fine tune the print settings. You guys saw the gold duck. If you haven't, let me grab him here. Here is the golden duck that I printed. This is in coax. It was just what I had. Like I told you, I got to get some more Polymaker AS or PLA. I'm running out myself. There's some back there, but it's not mine. That's for giveaway printers. There you go. The overall print quality is not bad, and that's using the V1 or the V0 settings because it's basically a V0 to start with. But that's using like the basic V0 settings and then just tweaking the build volume. And to anybody that was watching and saw that error message and then didn't know or didn't watch the stream after, where we went through and basically I had to basically go back through the guide and reconfigure or reset up the cartographer. I had to kind of follow back through the beginning part of the guide to go through the calibration and stuff, and we went through that and deleted the profile and then went back through the calibration stuff and didn't recalibrated everything because the error was coming up because I was going over 10 millimeters in movement and it messed with it. It errored out because it was going over 10 millimeters. And it's not like you can just tell it, hey, go to 15 millimeters. So you have to recalibrate everything. So you have to basically wipe it clean and start over. Do a color change on the hat to black. Yeah, there was a thought of that, but I don't have a multicolor printer, and the hat is not a straight line on top. It looks straight, but it actually, when it prints, it sits like this, so it dips down in the back there. So it would be a lot of color changes for a lot of layers till it got up to just the hat. So if I had a multi-material printer, yes, I do. I still have a 3D Chameleon, and down the road, I may be acquiring a printer. By down the road, I mean by down the road, I will be acquiring a printer that in the future should have a color changing, a color changing option or a multi-material option. But yeah, the Chameleons, forgot about those. Yes, exactly, Sporlock. That's the thing. It's like, do I dare to play around with that thing? I don't know. I mean, stuff has advanced so much that I don't even know if anybody would be entertained by, me purposely just torturing myself, because that's what that would end up being. It would be me going crazy for myself, and that would be the one I got from HVAC there. So Sergio, it is the one you gave me. It is sitting back there, and I'm contemplating attempting to install it on a printer. I might get crazy and put it on here just for shits and giggles once I get this thing set up, because I believe that's what your kit was for the Prusa. You had the stuff and everything for the Prusa. Let's see here. Oh, I love how like random people just start adding me on Facebook, because I definitely don't know you. And I enjoy the fact that you say you enjoy woodworking, cooking, music, no rap, fishing, movies, video games, gardening, and you enjoy 420. And we have one friend in common, and it's a single friend of mine. So I know what you're up to, and we're going to respond with a delete request, because I don't need to be your friend. I'm sorry. I have a wife, and she'll kill me for even like you sending the request. I had nothing to do with it. I did not initiate it, but I will still die because of that. So does the Mark III use the V6 nozzle? Yes, it does, JPP. Yes, it does. If you want to make a 4-lane carrot feeder, you would donate the printed parts that you have that are black and white, or white and black. You have the Enraged Rabbit, or the Enraged Rabbit, the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder. You have the printed parts for it, sir? I mean, I thought about doing the ERCF V2. Yes, you have the printed parts, so I just have to get all the mechanical stuff. Okay. A little 4 wouldn't be bad for the top of that thing. You think? I mean, it should fit 4 lanes up there, right? Isn't the 4 lane usually like the, you would toss in lights in the easy board? Oh, dude. Yes, Shammy, I will send you where to send stuff, because I don't know if I sent you my address for the other thing anyway. So I know it should be in Fabrico's system. I have ordered stuff from them in the past, so it should be in there, but I'll just send it to you directly. And if you have random things that you want me to like show off and play around with, let's chat, later. But yeah. Yeah, I gotta go take the dogs for a walk. Okay, Sergio, have fun with that, good sir. Hopefully they're good for you, Yoav, what's going on, man? How the hell have you been? It's been forever. I am glad you're here. Good to see you, man. It's been a while. Phone went buzz. Why did the phone go buzz? Somebody messaged me. Who messaged me? It was the missus. What'd she say? Okay. Guys, give me 1 second. I gotta mute the mic. I gotta call my missus and chat with her for a moment. So give me just a moment. Sorry, gang. Had to chat with the missus real quick. A little bit of a family issue on with her family side. Something going on, so she's gonna have to leave the. She's gonna have to take an airplane. Mama don't fly, and she's gonna have to take an airplane. But it's gonna be in a little while. But her and her brother have to head out of state for a little while. So, but yeah. Anyway, back to stream. Sorry. Basically, caught my life, work, remember where from. Ooh, damn. Head production lead. Hell yeah, brother. Congrats. In the local 3D farm. There you go. That's awesome. You have several of the bamboos. We have Form Labs, the Form 4B, and Fuse. Nice. Nice. That's awesome, good sir. Well, I'm glad that, you know, at least you're the head production lead. That's pretty sweet. And using machines that are, you know, fairly reliable. So that saves you hopefully a lot of headache with, you know, fixing and repairing. Cool working in 3D printing. Yes. I'm going to close this door now because it is getting a little chilly as we're getting into the evening now. The sun's starting to go the other direction, so the heat is going away. I'm not going to turn my heater back on yet, but yeah. Well, Yoav, it's good to see you. And yeah, non-fam, I'm glad you're here as well. Shrimp Daddy as usual. Fabrico Shammy had to take off. So that's fine. I do appreciate when Shammy pops in to say hey. He's a good dude. Fabrico's awesome. They were supporting me. They sent me again, you know, I got the frame kit from them for the 2020, and then I bought the Rook kit and then converted it into the 2020 so that I could have it. It has been a little stubborn. We do have some stuff to play around with to figure out the issue with the Z when it's coming down. It's like getting that interesting little wave in it all the way through. The headaches are coming from the boss and the chat bot. Bing does. They are garage computer too bad. Yes. I've been slowly giving away printers that have been coming to me. So again, for those who've been away for a little while, I have been and still am doing the 3D printer rehab project. I've been rebuilding old printers that people give to me or that I have or that however I acquire them. I've been rebuilding old printers and then just giving them away to people to help get them started in 3D printing. Polymaker came on board along with this crazy idea and donated filament. So all that filament you see there, as much as I need filament for myself, they send me an allotment, and then I go and purchase whatever I can for that much. And every time they say use it however you need, and I always just use it to get filament to give away. So I don't ever have I don't have a huge collection of PLA left. I've got a lot of like partial spools and stuff that we can play around with, but they're all kind of weird. So I do need to kind of weed out some of the old filament, and I would love to have a collection filaments that I enjoy using. Are you ready? They're going to be, of course, Polymaker, because, you know, they're a very big name, quality product, and they help sponsor me. So of course I do enjoy using Polymaker. I also enjoy using the Printed Solid Jesse line. You guys know that it's been since forever. So Polymaker Jesse line, and the elixirs now too. And then I've had good luck with Polar. I've used some coax in the past and it worked really good. And then you can hop on Amazon and buy pretty much anything. But as for companies, you're looking at Polymaker, Printed Solid, coax, and the Polar. There we go. Nice. But yeah, so, and then also Micro Swiss has also come on board, and they sponsor nozzles and other things I need for the printer. So as I get printers in, if they need hot ends, nozzles, extruders, I just let Micro Swiss know, and then they send me out a little care pack of some stuff. And so we've got a lot of miscellaneous Micro Swiss parts laying around, random Micro Swiss boxes, as you can see, from some hot ends that we've swapped out and done some stuff with. I think once I finish this, I'm going to print the enclosure for the Ender 3 for JPP so I can get that enclosure put in. And then we'll work on actually getting the printer that's going to JPP done and ready to go, since sounds like I'll be meeting up with him. If all works out, I'll be meeting up with him in May. So if all goes well, I'll be meeting up with him in May. I'll be able to give him back that printer, and then this guy here that's just sadly been sitting and collecting dust on my shelf. These are Shaka Tea. It's pineapple and mint flavored. We got them from that place you go once a month to get free shit because you're poor. So we got them from there. But nobody else in the house likes them, and I drink and eat pretty much everything. I'm kind of like a garbage disposal, so they're mine, and I'm enjoying them. So there we go. All right, gang. Let's do this. Let's get the table cleaned off a little bit here. I still haven't picked up all the ferrules that fell on the floor the other day. So for those of you who are here when the ferrules all wiped out, there's still a pile of ferrules on the floor. I'm being kind of lazy about that, but I got to move stuff out of the way here. We'll do some serious cleaning at some point. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, one thing I did print. I did find a V0 spool mount. Give me a second to switch to this guy. See the V0 spool mount back there? So I did find this V0 spool mount. It was kind of cool. It has the, you lift up on it, you can twist it out of the way and then push it back down and it'll lock. Well, it's supposed to. But anyway, little spool mount that I can swing out of the way. And then if you shimmy it down, it'll lock into place there. So I did print that for it. Spin this little guy around here. And then for anybody who hasn't seen the Pandora's box, it's got the little Konami in the front there. And then it is basically a Trident. It's the 2.4 belts for Z with 3 of them. So it's basically like a Trident, but a belted Trident in a V0. And instead of having a top hat, it just has the taller extrusion for the top here. So it's all solid. And then there's a door. Happy Manufacturing made a sweet door for it. I did pull all the stuff off for now because, like I said, I'm probably just going to use this thing mostly for PLA and take it to work with me. I want to make sure that that is tucked in enough, but not too far. There we go. I should put a couple zip ties just around everything to keep it all together, but my fear is that it'll potentially rip some wires out, so I'm keeping them separate at the moment. What a cute baby. Yes, it's a cool little printer. But now I need to jump over here, move this over here, go back here, right click, let's delete all, and then we'll jump to here, and we're going to play around with some of the calibration stuff. First, we need to change our printer. So let's find the Pandora's box, discard all that. There we go. You can kind of see that things are off a little bit because it is a little bit larger build volume because of the Pandora's box and the way it's set up. Back with saving stuff on printables for the SV08. Nice. Nice, nice. All right, let's go up to calibration. First thing we want to do is let's do calibration or flow rate, and we're going to do a, we'll do the flow rate calibration test. And it looks like it'll fit on the build volume, but I kind of fear that it won't. So I'm going to do my thing that I do where I go in and we click on scale, and we're going to shrink this down by 90% just to make sure. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and slice this plate. And it says 26 minutes 20 seconds. I'm going to hit print, and we're going to upload and print. Now it's sent, and there we go. Now we just have to wait for this thing to warm up and be ready to go, and then hope that it will go. I am still thinking I need to get a new magnet for the bed, because looking at that magnet on there, I don't like it the way it kind of turned out. Let's see, is it this one? There we go. Or is it this one? Hey, they both are working today. What the heck is that about? Well, let's grab this one. Oh, let's unlock it. There we go. Let's grab this one and let's move it down here. There we go. Let's make it a little bit bigger, huh? And then we'll grab this one and we'll make this one a little bit bigger. And there. Now you guys can watch everything. Digital Dragon, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is going awesome. Getting ready to print a calibration. We're going to do the flow rate first here, obviously. So we're going to do a flow rate test, pass 1, just to see how our flow rate's looking. And then, of course, after that, we'll kind of go down the line, do pressure advance and all that other fun stuff. It is moving. It is flinging plastic, so that's cool. I am hoping that we get a decent looking print off of it. I'm hoping it goes well. Let's move this like this and bring you guys down and in some more. That way you guys can kind of get a little view on it, right? There we go. Now we just have to wait for the printer to do printery things. Right now it's heating up the build plate. Once it heats up the build plate, then it'll heat up the nozzle and kind of go from there. But yeah, gang, I don't know. It's been a crazy couple of days. I wanted to stream yesterday, but with the Edutech doing their hot makes last night, I didn't want to try and compete with hot makes. Just not in the cards for me. Go up against Caleb last night. Wasn't in the cards. So I enjoyed a night of sitting on the couch and kind of relaxing a little bit. So that was the plan last night, was to just kind of sit, relax, and enjoy myself, and I did just that. So we sat on the couch, watched some hot makes, and yeah, that was pretty much it. A whole lot of nothing otherwise. So what everybody else do? Just pushing Y, not PETG. Wait, where am I at? Rear bezel on the car. Would PLA be okay? Or best to use PET, CF, or ASA? JPP, printing anything that's going to go in your car, you are going to want to print anything other than PLA. PETG would be good. ASA would be better. ASA would be much better because ASA can handle the heat. Because the thing you got to remember is inside your car is going to get to 120 Fahrenheit, and PLA at 120 Fahrenheit will get real soft and mushy and melt. But yeah, so ASA is probably going to be what you want to try or go with just to be safe. Yeah, ASA is going to be the thing you want to go with just to be safe. So by the way, guys, I took the pop filter off the mic because, you know, big old caterpillar here. I'm like, yeah, we'll take it off. I'm not out in the wind, so it shouldn't be that bad. And so hopefully it's not a big difference. Hopefully you guys aren't getting a lot of puh-puh-puh, like the wind blowing. If you are hearing it, let me know. I'll put the pop filter back on. The heck was that? You growly little thing. You didn't home first. Okay. There we go. the cartographer did its cartography thing. Galaxy Black ASA. You can use, yeah, I would definitely do that. Yeah, like you have said, I would definitely stick with ASA. And like I said, I printed a bright green. I did the Galaxy, well, not bright green, but I did the Galaxy green. I did a knob for my stepdad's radio on his car. So I did it in the lovely Galaxy green, because why not? I mean, I do have some black ASA floating around. I could have did it in black, but it was just entertaining to put it, print it in green, the tan interior with a green knob on the radio. No, I take that back. I did use the brighter green. I used the Galaxy Green ASA from Ambrosia. Oh, Ambrosia, another good filament. Yes. So there is that. Ambrosia. It is currently heat soaking the bed. It does have that in there. So while it's kind of getting to temp and doing its thing. Yes. Yes, the Ambrosia Galaxy Black. All the Ambrosia Galaxy colors are nice, or they're crazy colors. You got Galaxy Black, Galactic Green, Planetary Blue. 1T down. I may have brought 2 out. Might be hitting them hard today. So we're not going to open that one yet, but there we go. Let's see. Oh, was this thing doing that stupid retract thing again? Damn it. Hold on a second. That Z offset is a little off. Let's see how that's looking. It's definitely looking better now. That first layer on that first one looks like hot garbage, but I'm gonna let it ride out because I can. But there we go. It is a textured build plate. For me, I like to push it into the texture a little bit better, but okay, we're gonna let that ride. There we go. I don't know why it didn't do a Z tilt off the bat, because normally in the start G code it's supposed to do a Z tilt and a home. It doesn't look like it did any of that, so it's all right though. What do we got going on in chat that I missed? Satisfied with Polymaker filament. It is great quality, good mid price. Agreed, Yoav. It's good stuff. Here in the States, you can also get the Jesse stuff too. It's like $22 a roll for PLA. They only have PLA and PETG right now, still, I could say. But I am waiting for the day that they get some ASA and ABS. And realistically, is ABS really even a necessary thing anymore with ASA? I mean, how many people are printing in ABS still over ASA? Just out of curiosity in chat, let me know. Me personally, I use ASA over ABS. Less issues with warping. Digital Dragon, what'd you get fixed? Oh, you're beating your head against the wall for the last 2 days tracing wires and realized you had an end stop wire wired up backwards, pushing 5 volts to a signal pin. Oops. Wire fix, printing happy again. Nice. Digital Dragon, which printer was that one on? And yes, I am glad it was a simple fix as well. You do use ASA or ABS? as the client wants the cheaper version. I get you. Oh, I get you. Like here stateside, the difference isn't really all that terrible. Yeah, it definitely is not running level. The back end is definitely dipped down, so I probably should cancel that, but I'm gonna let it ride because it's still printing. It's just that first layer is a bit close in the front and a little off in the back. If it messes up royally, well, we'll stop it, but I'm gonna let it ride out. You were about to swap power supplies after swapping the octopus. Oh, Jesus. Well, I'm glad you found it, good sir. Let's see what JPP is sending here. Ah, little double dim bezel. Nice. That's going to look pretty sweet, good sir. Yeah, I would definitely print that in black ASA. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Black ASA. Do it. Hey, look, there's all of you guys. Look at yourselves. Haha. All right, let's bring this back up. Yeah, we're gonna have to afterwards we'll run a Z-tilt before we start the next calibration, just to make sure. I don't know why it didn't. In the start G code, I believe it's set in there to do a Z-tilt before it starts. This little guy, though, it's interesting. It'll be a fun little printer to have sitting on my desk at work, and that's why I want to get it done, because I want to get it done, get it running, and then take it to work. Would I print it flat on the face or standing with supports to minimize warpage? I would, me personally, depending on the textured plate you have, I'd print it flat on the face. I mean, if you print it flat on the face, it's less support, and warping is going to be, I mean, if it's ASA, warping is minimal compared to ABS, of course. But yeah, no, JPP in the case of that one, bud, I would. That's what I would do personally. There you go. You guys can see how ugly that's looking at the moment. But I gotta put something under the one leg. That thing rocks so much. The one leg is just not sitting very steady. So, but I just want to see what them layers are looking like when it's all said and done. It's always the top layer that's the important one, or the top couple layers are the important ones. Is that thing just printing that trashy? Yeah, it is, because it's way off. Well, as it builds up the layers, it'll get better. I'm gonna run it. I don't care. We're gonna let it run. There. This filament is like sticking to itself. So as it unrolls, it's creaking and cracking. I thought I had given these away by accident, and I found them just conveniently today. These are the little, again, the little daylight matchsticks. So it's got 24 volts and ground is all it needs, and that's because they're just white LED. So all I've got to do is just run 24 volts and a ground to it, and then a jumper wire across, and then we can mount these guys up in there. If I would have went with, you know, if I got to find a better way to fix the panels to the side of the case or to the side of the frame, because ideally I would rather, I don't want to use like crazy bracket, like crazy mounts that are like sticking way out and around, because putting the door on, taking the door off, things like that become a little bit more of a pain. And I don't want, I personally don't care to have all the crazy like angles and stuff on it. Like if it was just flat mounts to hold everything, I'd be good with that, because I kind of like the boxy look of the thing. the gap around the stereo. Yeah. If you print the part standing. Yeah. I would just print it on its face. Oh, we got one that already popped off. I don't even know where it went. I don't even see it, and I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, let's just go ahead and cancel this real quick. Pause and stop. There we go. We already lost one. Where did it go? There it is. It's sitting back here on top of this. So we're going to rerun that, but we're going to make sure we Z-tilt it first. Look at me getting right up in you guys' way. We're going to run a Z-tilt on it first to make sure that it Z-tilts, whether it's supposed to start in the start G-code, but it didn't. So that's fine. We'll just tell it to and hope it does. There. Build plate's clean. But we still need to give it a little IPA now that I put my oily fingers all over it. The bottom side of this thing is fugly. Dude used a lot of glue. Get this thing cleaned off. Sorry guys. Yeah. But you can see the magnet has been very well gouged here. He must have accidentally ran the hot end. But I need to get a new magnet. Build plate's fine. I just need a new magnet. There we go. All right, let's throw a Z-tilt at it real quick. So let's home it. Back again was throwing some Ambrosia Galaxy Black in the poly dryer. All right, good sir. All good and understood. And then Z-tilt it. Should be good. There we go. We're back in tolerance. All right. Now let's reprint that. All right. We're getting it reprinting. So we'll see what happens. It's 3:30, so I got a kid that'll be coming home here in a little bit. If she's not home already. She very well could be. The other one was home today because I ran her up to an orthodontist appointment. So for anyone who's wondering why I'm currently streaming so early, that's why. I had to take my daughter to the orthodontist for her braces today. So that was a all-day adventure. Her appointment was at 11. We left at like 9 o'clock. Took us an hour and 45 minutes to get up there. For a half hour of them taking off the old wires, putting on new wires, tightening it up, and pulling her teeth together, putting new rubber bands on, and then the hour and 45 minutes to come home. So yeah, there was my day in the middle, and then I got home, and like I said, I had some running to do. I had to go drop something off the post office, came back home, grabbed the box of goodies from Sergio. I showed you guys the box of goodies, and now we're going to run some calibration tests on this thing, and we'll see how it prints. I mean, overall, the print quality was good. I have no complaints about the print quality. Probably could just run it as it is. The underhang on the beak there. Again, the Dapper Dan makes for a good test print, but under the beak there, no crazy drooping or nothing. Yeah, you guys can't see it very well, but yeah, the duck turned out very well. So yeah, I really don't have, too much to complain about. It printed it pretty quick as well, so speed wasn't an issue, and it printed nicely. The layers look good. I may get crazy and say the heck with it and do something else. But for right now, let's see how this does now that we redid the Z-tilt and it's now rescanning the bed. Let's just see. I'm trying to watch as it scans to see how it looks. One thing I want to check. For some reason, in his NG code, he's got this thing. It is still a bit close. Still a bit close. A bit closer than I would like it. Growl. Let's see now. Is it looking more consistent now? So when it gets to that back one, I want to make sure that it's still not dipping in the rear, but it looks like it is here. So it looks like we're still having some issues. I don't know why with the probe on it, it shouldn't be doing that, but you know, or with the cartographer, it shouldn't be doing that, but it is. Or at least it looks like it is. Yeah, because now it's like way too far away in the rear. Let me see something. Is that rear belt loose? No. This is why belted Z's are kind of a pain in the arse. Kinda. Yeah, that looks like total hot garbage in the rear now. So the front is way too high, the rear is way too low. So before we go wasting a bunch of plastic again, let's stop that and cancel that. Look at all those crazy moves it just did when I hit pause and then cancel. It's just like crazy moved all over the place. Just all over the place. But yeah, like the front is digging in. And I am noticing too that like one of the things he did with this build is he actually moves the whole build plate got moved forward. Because he put these little guys right here. He put these on here to move the build plate forward more, which really doesn't seem necessary. It's like you could just loosen this up in the rear, take these two off, take these and mount them in this front extrusion right here, mount them in there, and then that would shift everything back where it needs to be. I'm going to have to, I don't know. We're going to have to play around with some stuff and see what's going on there. But I don't know that I actually have that in me today, guys. I'm feeling, like I said, I didn't sleep very well. I've been running all day already. So, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at right now. I want to mess around with it, but my brain is telling me don't. Because you're just going to mess it up, you know? Will, it's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Need to find my belt tension tester and test the belt tensions and potentially adjust them all to the same. Because maybe that's my issue is the belts are a little tighter in the front than in the rear. So when it moves up and down, and with the rear being the way the rear is, that could be part of the problem. We may have to tear those parts out and redo that. And again, it was so much fun the last, like, yeah, it won't be as terrible. I'll just have to make sure I have the right screws and stuff, and I have to insert a heat insert into one part, and I need to break away the built-in support that's on this piece. Let me grab that real quick. Because I'm sitting here talking about it, and as I'm talking about it, I'm messing with stuff. So that's good. That means I'm motivated to potentially do that today. Which gives you guys some content, gives you guys something to watch. Belted Z take a little getting used to. Yeah, I had a 2.4, so I'm familiar with the Belted Z. Let's see here. Let's just see what we do. Let's see, that goes through there just fine. We need to make sure it's long enough to get through and into the heated insert that we need to insert. Speaking of, we got to have a soldering iron to do that. And you guys love how my brain says, no, don't get into it. But then here you are watching me working on stuff while I said I wasn't necessarily going to. Let me come over here real quick. Let's minimize this. Let's grab this. And let's move this back over here. There we go. And then let's shift to, let's take this. And for right now, we got to get that filament out of there. And everybody's like, oh, why do you always cut the filament? Because I'm lazy. I already have it cooled down to the point where I can work with it and not have to worry. Plus this PLA silk or PLA plus silk, it's the gold from Coex. That may be part of my problem. Maybe. Not necessarily not. It could be. We don't know. But for right now, we need to lay this on its back. Is it cooled down? And where are we at? 37 on the hot end, 52 on the bill plate. It's not going to hurt nothing. Turn the bill plate down or off. Okay. Take the power cord out. Take this guy and move it over here because we may need that. Let's lay this thing flat. Oh wait, it was working better if we took the back cover off, didn't it? It was easier to work on with the back cover off. So let me take the few pieces off that are holding the back cover in. Let's spin this guy around this way and jump over here. And let's move you guys back quite a bit. There we go. All right, SV08 is your first Belted Z. So, yeah. The wonderful joys of the Belted Z, my man. The wonderful joys. Let's see, is this it? No. So it must be this one, and I just was being stupid. Nope, it's not that one either. All right, well, let's grab our handy dandy iFixit kit. Pull out the right bit. I love my iFixit kit. Been using it for years. Let's take one. Singular sensation. Okay, I gotta quit singing show tunes now. Get this out the way. There we go. Network cable. And then loosen these two up a little bit. And we should. I probably got to take those out. Nope, there we go. It dropped out. Good. Take this panel out of the way. Disassembling printers, something you haven't done in an hour. Yeah. We're going to take this actually off now that I think about it, because I would rather it not be in my way when I go to lay this thing down on its backside. Let's see, will it? There we go. It's the 3D printed little bits that get kind of ornery when you try to take them out. And now everything just fell apart, so I got to redo it all anyway. So what the heck, printer? Let's see here. We're going to pull the PTFE tube up almost to the end there. We got to put in a heat insert. So let's grab our 3 mil little inserts here. We do have the long boy. Will a long boy fit in there? Is that hole meant for a long boy? No, it's not. It's not the nice deep hole for the long one. So let's use one of the little stubbies. Get this guy out of the bag here. Possibly. Geesh. The joys of not having nails, you know, because you have bad habits of chewing and clipping your nails short. There. Okay, so this goes in here like so. And then it's just a matter of doing it by hand because I don't have a cool sweet press like a lot of people do. So there we go. One heat inserted. Yep, there we go. We only needed one. You guys have watched me do quite a bit of heat inserts lately. Since the rat rig is apart, it might as well install the orbiter to smart sensor and rat pack. Yeah, you might as well, Luke Digital Dragon. You might as well. I mean, you got it apart. Do it. Do it, my man. Do it. Okay. So the whole thing is this little piece right here, we have to take out, and then this piece is getting replaced with this piece. So this piece will sit here and slide up and down. And the nice part is when we put this piece in, it'll go back in, supports the bracket here, and goes up and connects to the little crossbar here. And then you put a screw in here, and then you're able to, while it's in place, pull this up to tighten it into place or bring it down, whatever you need to do to put tension on the belt. It's a lot easier to do than the stupid one that's in here that we were fighting that has the 45-degree angle in the screw that we fought with. And I'm going to get you guys up in here, don't worry. But that one right there, see that screw that goes in here at a 45-degree angle into the back bracket here? That's a pain in the arse. So yeah, we're going to move the build plate down out of the way. So that's one less thing we got to deal with. And then we're going to take these two screws out. And then we're going to take the two screws up here out. And then we're going to lean this forward a little bit and take the screw out of the top, slide the other piece in with a nice long screw in there. But we got to figure out how long of a screw we're going to need. So we got to figure out with this guy here and with this guy here, being able to adjust the tension. Being able to adjust the tension on that to pull it up into place, we need to figure out how long of a screw roughly we're going to need. So we're going to look at maybe an M3 by 30. And let's see, an M3 by 30 I'm going to put this thing, I'm going to assemble this thing away from the printer real quick. You'll see me in the other camera. I'm just going to push this through there, this M3 by 30, and I'm going to see what kind of distance we have. I want it to be able to catch, but I don't want it to be able to go. You guys know how this is. You want it to have some room to stretch, but you don't want it to run into your bearing and such when you've got it all in here. So let's see. M3 by 30 is barely touching the brass and is about lined up. It's a little lower. So I don't have directions for this. So yeah, if we use an M3 by 30, we should be good. So M3 by 30 it is. You're the winner. I choose you, M3 by 30. If there's ever a time where we need to change that, we can go smaller, I guess. Because, well, I mean, we probably could go smaller. I don't know that I have anything smaller than an M3 by 30 till you get way down to M3 by 25s. I do have some M3 by 25s. But this should make it easier for me with the belt tensioning issue we had here before. You guys remember the headache that was. For those of you who were here, I'm sure you remember the headache I had with this guy right here that I'm going to already loosen up and just get it out of the damn way. I don't know how well the light is shining in there, and I'm trying to do this in a way that you guys can see too. Look at that. It's just loose and out of the way already. Let's see. These two were smaller. So let's get these two. Uh-oh. Did we strip one? Uh-oh. This one's coming loose on this side that you guys can't see because my big old arm is in the way. But you can see the cartographer there. Let's get this one loose. Okay. Well, let's see something. No, not that. I have got to pick up these damn ferrules. I'm going to have to order a new ferrule kit because I have ground those ferrules into dust. That's what I thought. We need to get a Torx head that'll fit in there because that one is stripped out. So let's find a Torx head that's about that size, I hope. Hopefully we grab the right Torx head. For anybody who doesn't know, if you strip out an Allen, you find a Torx head that is of comparable size and you should be okay. Unless this is a Torx head and I just didn't pay attention earlier. Let's see. Okay, that's loose. Slide our little end stop here that kind of is floating freely back there out of the way. Turn this guy this way. And then you guys can see the other little screw that we got to take out here. So we just pull that up a little bit. Let's see if this Torx head will work. Oh, it will. Good. Look at, I think. Let's see. Yep. There we go. You guys can't see it. Sorry. Low Sync, good to see you, man. Let's get this screw up out of here. Let's see. This guy work? No, back to the Torx. The Torx head is working. I think I stripped this one out too. Being a dingbat, you know. There we go. Now we can pull this out of the way. Will this stay up here? For now it will. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, that is a Torx head screw. So it's not that I stripped that one screw out. It was just a Torx head screw. Let's take this all apart. Try to get this one screw out of here. Sorry, guys. Because if it works on this one, it should work on the other one too. Saves me from having to dig for screws. If they're similarly sized, I should be able to, you know, just reuse them or repurpose these screws in the other part. So this one should work in here. Let's see. I don't care for this one screw, so we're going to push this back out of here. And we're going to replace it with a screw that has a good head on it. And from the looks of it, I could get away with another machine head, or yeah, that size head. Yeah, you know, that type of head. Yeah, that one will work. Okay, get that guy out of there. Shift it over to this guy because this should work in there. Yes, it does. Good. And then this guy can go back in here. Let me make sure those are lined up still. They look quite close to where they need to be. So let's bring this back up into place. There we go. Get that drove back down in the top of this piece of extrusion. And then this guy we can just push down and then slide that back into place. And then we're going to stand this thing up on its top. We got to flip it up on its top so we can get into these two screws back here much easier. Ta-da! I need better lighting. I know I need better lighting. Just bear with me here. All right, just bear with me. See, this guy will sit. Oops, there we go. That'll sit like that, and then we'll take this one out of the way here. We probably should already, because we forgot to put something in there, guys. We being me. Yeah, you know. Radioactive, what's going on, good sir? Still screwing around. Yes, Low Sync, I am still screwing around with this thing. Ha ha ha. Get it? Because I'm playing with screws. We reprinted the parts that I found originally that I wanted to use. So we found those. So since we found them, I figured we might as well put them on. So I found what I'm looking for. I got to take some more stuff apart while I'm in here, so I might as well just get it all broke apart, and then we'll break it back apart even more, you know. There we go. Take all this out, and we'll have to restack this guy. You guys should probably warn me that I should just take you back farther and just let you guys watch at a little bit of a distance. What am my phone buzzing for? What my phone buzzing for? My loving wife sent me a video, and then get that out of the way. My cousin, my cousin responded to my post about being a grandpa. So again, for those of you who may have missed it, I posted on my Facebook and in that some other stuff. I did post that. Let me come over here for a minute. Let's do this, and let's move this up again since we're not standing or sitting anymore. For those of you who missed it, back in August I believe it was, I told you guys that my son and his girlfriend were expecting a baby. Shortly after they told us, she lost the baby, and they basically said, yeah, if it happens, it happens. And apparently they knew at Christmas that she was with baby again. And they waited until she got into her second trimester before they said anything, because they didn't want to jinx anything. And they told us on Sunday that she is in her second trimester with baby. So I am going to be a grandpa. My loving wife will be Mimi. So I'm going to be a grandpa. August 21st is the projected due date. Off Axis, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, so it's official. I'm going to be a grandpa. Like, fingers crossed, all works out. I'm going to be a grandpa. So there you go. I do want to turn this real quick though on to other things. I'm going to turn this. I'm going to shift this back out. I should probably, you know, pull this up a little bit. Let's just throw this around the foot. That'll help hold the belt, keep it from drooping too far. We need to get this out from underneath here. So I believe this is the right size. Let's lay this guy back down again real quick. Take that out of there. Do some shimmying and some shaking. Do a little earthquaking. Sorry you guys can't see this part. I'm just going to do it real quick and get this done. Take that back out of there. Then we'll clear out some stuff that needs to get cleared out, and we'll put in some stuff that needs to get put in. There we go. Get that out of there. I'm just going to slide these out real quick. There's the older, the captive nuts and stuff that are all kind of in here. Let's make sure all of that came out of there. Get all of the broken bits and whatnot out. Okay. The belt let go. Pull this back up, throw it back over the foot. Keep it kind of in check. There we go. All right. Get that piece out of there. Get that piece out. Oh, not out of there. I need that yet. I got to take the stuff off of it. Let's move everything out of the way here. Set this guy back down this way. Let me see here. Those are still lined up. Good. All right. Now what we got to figure out is which one of those brackets I need for my captive nut here. Let's take this one. Put it in there. And then let's find another M3 and not an M2.5 like an idiot. There we go. 2 M3 nuts, perfectly spaced. Slide this. You guys can't see it on the camera because I'm using the wrong camera. Let's make sure that this is the one that fits in here, though. No, it does not. So we need to use the other one. Okay. Not a big deal. Just swap these out and go to the right camera. You know what I mean? Let's go to the right camera so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. What do we got going on here? Just tried Orca 2.3 beta. Okay. Does not. There. Let's make sure that's a 3 mil in that bottom one, because I don't want to find out I did the wrong one. There we go. It is a 3 mil. There we go. And then this. Maybe that's not the right one either, huh? Let's see. There we go. There. Now those are in, and they're perfectly spaced according to the design. They should be perfectly spaced to catch and slide together. There we go. So there's that. And then we just need to build up the stack again. Which, in building up the stack, we need to make sure that since the stack gets built the way it does now, we got to use a different size screw because the screw head is part of the captive part. Okay, 1 bearing, 2 bearing, there we go. So we need to make sure that the screw we use, this was the one we were using before. This one is a little bit shorter. It is a 12 mil. We're going to need to know is, will the 12 mil fit with its head in here? And because the 12 mil is just capturing this one to pull it up and down. This one will be the one that locks it in place. So we just have to make sure that a 12 mil will be enough to get in there. And it'll be fairly close. Let's slide this down. We'll give it a couple of twists real quick just to make sure before we make the headache of stacking it. Let's see, does that bottom out in there? Let's see. That's bottomed out and it's not even touching. So we're going to go with at least a 14, possibly a 16 then, just to be safe. So we'll put the 12 back. Let's take a look and see if we got a 14. This should be a 14. Same thing, just to play it safe. I want to make sure. So we'll put this in, screw it down until it touches. So that touches. Let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking 14 is good because 14 sits flush. And then you can just loosen it. It'll help. You can just tighten it to give a little more force to kind of keep it in place. So I think 14 will be good because it's just a captive spot to hold the end of the nut or the end of the bolt, screw, whatever you want to call it. So there we go. 14 it is. Let's take this off of here. There we go. Get this out. Let's restack the pack. So to restack the pack, you need 1 spacer, aka a washer, 1 bearing with flange out, 1 bearing with flange out. You don't want your flanges in the middle, you want your flanges out. And then you grab another spacer, put that in there. Whoops. There we go. Let's put our spacer on. There we go. Wait. There we go. I'm going to put the spacer on this away. Not that it really makes a big difference, but there we go. There's our bearing stack. Whoops. We just dropped it and took it all apart again. Don't be fidgety fingers like Dan, guys. Don't be fidgety fingers like Dan. Thank you to the 11 of you concurrent viewers that are watching this train wreck happening. You are awesome individuals. But there we go. Bearing stack is in place now. Now all we got to do is find the screw that'll go through just far enough to grab it. Here comes the lovely daughter. So say hi to the daughter, guys.
I went to school like this too. She listened. Well, you know, I'm joking. I have pants on today.
I was gonna say I really hope so, because I love you, but it wouldn't put it past you. What happened to what? My ferrules fell over. You want to pick those up?
No.
It's not your idea of fun, picking up all those individual little ferrules all over the floor?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried. I tried to make it fun and exciting, but you didn't want to. So let's see here.
I ate my starvation meal at Noni's.
You eat, you get?
No, I ate.
You ate your starvation meal.
Yeah, it was my other half of my candy cane, and then I rolled up some bread.
Yeah, if you jumped on camera right now, I think my friends would all laugh at your blue face. Like, your lips are all blue. You guys see the blue face on the camera there? That's a 12. So I need a 14, I'm guessing. Let's take a peek here. Let's see, will a 14 go through far enough to grab the nut?
Dude, who is that?
Who is what? The bump, bump, bump?
Yes.
Probably across the street again.
Well, I'm gonna go yell at him.
No, you're not. It's not after 10 o'clock. It's not after 10 o'clock at night. Ain't gonna do you any good to yell at him. Okay. I guess before I go super crazy, let's undo the belt here and pull the belt back through and get the belt over it.
Does that neighbor have a beard?
Which neighbor? Next door?
Yeah.
The one we share a driveway with? I believe so, yeah. Little guy.
Red beard?
Probably, he's a little guy.
Okay, well, I don't know, but somebody was in our driveway and it looked like him, but they...
Glasses, little guy.
Yeah, but they were in a car in front of the Explorer, flashing their lights, their headlights and everything in the driveway.
At you?
I don't know. So I walked out. I didn't walk out there, but I looked out the window, and we have freaking Taco Bell on our porch.
When was this?
Last night at like 12:30.
Yeah, no, Jacqueline explained that and said that the guy got back in his car, took the Taco Bell and left, or got back out, grabbed the Taco Bell and left.
Yeah.
So whoever that was, the Taco Bell driver, thanks for bringing, like, getting everybody's hopes up for some free Taco Bell.
Well, it's a neighbor who grabbed a Taco Bell off the porch.
Oh, it was the neighbor? Then yeah, it was probably him. Mom said she thought it was, or Jacqueline, I guess, said she thought it was the driver.
It was someone, but it looked like the neighbor, but then they got back in our car, back in the car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I don't know who it was.
Okay. Well, I don't either. I cannot tell you that I know, because I don't. Yes, the funny stories. What do we got here? Oh, Digital Dragon says, hello, lovely daughter. You gonna be nice and respond back nicely to Digital Dragon? He's a good guy. You want to ignore what I said? Is that what? Well, can you at least address Digital Dragon, who complimented you and said lovely daughter, because he doesn't know you very well?
Thank you.
Burn what? The cardboard that's building up all my boxes? You don't like my box collection? I got to save those so when Mom kicks me out, I got somewhere to put them. Yeah, there's a very little bit in there, but don't worry about it because Noni Cindy made sure that we were taken care of today.
I told you we have some though, and you said, no, it's diesel.
I said, how do you know it's not diesel? Mom said your brother could have been working on his truck and it could be diesel. So it could have been.
No, because we use this on a lawnmower.
There we go. Oh my goodness, I can get some tension on here now. Woo woo. There we go. Right. There we go, guys. That's all back together now. That's good. We just got to put the 2 screws in there. So we got to stand it up on its top again. Hey, CG, what's up? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. I'm currently just trying to make sure things are aligned for proper asphyxing. I probably should have waited to tighten that down, because now I'm realizing that stupid me needs to loosen that and get it out of the way, because it's in the way. So let's get under here and let's do the old upside down lefty loosey righty tighty. Get this part out of the way. There we go. Lift this part up, because we did not tighten these, or I don't believe I tightened them, so it should. Maybe I did tighten something. I don't recall tightening it. Did I not get the screw all the way out? That's probably what it is I probably didn't get the screw all the way out. Like a dingus. Yeah, I didn't get the screw all the way out. There we go. Now let's just tighten this guy up here so it'll stay up out of the way. I know you guys can't see that because I'm doing it off camera a little bit, but there. That's out of the way. Now we have better access to what we need, I hope. Okay, that one went all the way through. That one went all the way through. And we just got to find screws that will fit there. I think if I remember right, part of my issue was I didn't have 2 short screws that could do that, that would stay the heck out of the way. I think that was part of my issue, was a issue with M3 screws that were short enough to stay the heck out of the way. So bear with me while I see if I did this right. That is not in there properly. Let's see if we can back this screw out far enough that we can shift this and then see that that did not go to the right spot. And it should be good there. And then this one, whoops. This one, the stinking cable chain is in the way to line it up. Okay. Let's see if we got it that time. There we go. Got it that time. I felt that one. Or at least it sure feels like it's in there. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, that's definitely bit down. And this one I can see looks like it's in the right spot. We got to switch to a Torx head for this one, because this is one of the shorties I had, but it had a Torx head screw. Or Torx head bit. Quick progress this time all around. JPP, yes, yes. Oh, you know, living life. One day at a time. Hey, daughters are lovely when they want to be. Yes, yes, that is the honest truth. They are when they want to be. And I love that little girl, but boy, will she be the death of me. She and her younger sister, those two are going to be the ones that I think do me in. Because, like, I love those two, but damn, do they stress me out from time to time. Every time I turn around, there's a new talk about a boyfriend or just the crazy, teenage girl hormones. All just stuff all just craziness, daughters. There we go. That's nice and tight. That one's pretty good. There we go. That one's good. That thing is rock solid now. And yeah, JPP, this one is a whole lot easier because this one has just one long screw. All I gotta do is loosen this up, drop that back down, point this screw into the right space there, which it sure looks like it went. Now we just got to swap this out for the other bit again. And since that's all in place, we can actually tip this up on its side here, which will make it a little easier for you guys to kind of hopefully see. Let's see. There we go. You can see that screw that I have to tighten down right here. Get everything together. Start pulling. Let's make sure that that's on the right spot. Okay, that's over. That's over. And start cranking on it. Get it nice and taut. That one and that one. And now this one feel a lot better than they did before. And then the only thing that's left is, now that it's in place, we can take the other wrench and, like I said, this bottom one we don't tighten. This one we can tighten now too to help lock it down a little bit. So there we go. That should help keep it in place. And then, yeah. All right. There. Okay. And then we can't get in here to this one, but there we go. All right. Oh, the tool head came in the way. Sorry, guys. Let's tip it back up now. And let's just see. That's more taunt. That one. That one. I'm going to actually loosen this a little bit. This back one does feel a little looser now that I stood it up. So we'll loosen this up a little bit. We'll push the bed down so everything is flat. Grab the right wrench. Crank it a little bit. There we go. And that's not shimmying like it was before, or twisting, I should say. You guys keep forgetting to tell me. There we go. I'm just kidding. I'm not blaming you guys for my inability to be an amateur streamer here. I am an am streamer. The farthest thing from a pro-am. I am an am. Let's see here. There we go. There is, I believe, one screw here and one here that you loosen. And then there's also one underneath each one. Okay. So there's two screws that you would loosen. Actually, Yeah, there's the 2 screws you would loosen that would pull this up to make these tighter. But I think they're good. So there we go. Killer Prince, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you wonderfully. Just like I wish for all of you guys. Let's put the back cover back on, and then we'll fire this thing up, and we'll start again with the better belt tensioner on here now. The one that I wanted to begin with. So we reprinted the parts. We put it on anyway. I told you guys I wasn't sure that my ADHD was going to allow me to do that, but you also know I have ADHD, so saying I can't do something or I don't have the ability or I'm just not feeling it and then doing it are pretty much where I am at. I'm going to lay this thing down because I realized a bunch of the bit parts I need fell out. So let's bring you guys up and into place here. What happened to the the Merc build? Yeah, I didn't build a Mercury. That's what happened. I wish I could say something, you know, crazy something catastrophic happened. But no, I ended up giving away the Ender 5 to someone who wanted to get into 3D printing, my nephew. So the Ender 5 that I had to build it with went to my nephew. There's nothing super insane to say. My nephew, I wanted to get him a decent printer to print with, and the Ender 5 was a good base to start with for him. So that was kind of where I kind of went with it. I was like, here you go, little nephew, enjoy. And he said, thanks, Uncle Dan. And I don't know how much stuff he has printed since, but I know that he did successfully get a print off of it, and he was all excited. So I saw my sister today, but I forgot to ask her how that was going. So move that, slide this down, slide that over, because I'm pretty sure if I put that in there, that'll be good there. And then we just need to move this in a little bit more. Right about there. And then that one's good. That one's good. Nice and taut for now. Loosely taut. Move that one into the middle. Ish. Middle-ish. There we go. But yeah, if all goes well, there will be a new printer joining the channel. And it will be here for a long time, not just a good time. Let's see, is this the right one? There we go. Okay. And then let's find another one of those lovely pre-made little 3D printed part with the M3 nut in it. Dadgummit. There we go. And then we kind of slide this down into place maybe. There we go. Get it past the screw holes. It doesn't like going past the screw holes. But there we go. And then we take this guy that just fell down, flip it back over, line that one up there, then pull this one back a little bit. There we go. There it is. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Just for now, there's that. And then we'll go ahead and reassemble the one that's going to go, because those are too far apart. But reassemble the one that is going to go back here. Shoot! I dropped the printed part. I think that longer screw I had was the one that went for here. Let's take a peek. Afternoon, Captain. Captain, my captain. Good to see you, sir. Captain, my captain. I don't remember what movie that's from. Kind of looks like that one might be too long. Yeah, it's a 12. 'Tis a 12. I'm pretty sure it's a 12. It appears to be a 12. Okay. Now let's get these going down the old pipe here. Oh, put them in the right way first, huh? And yes, I know I could have just slid them in and then slid it down, and it would probably give me a lot less headache than it's gonna give me. But too late, I'm already doing it. There. And then we'll put our spool holder in. About there. Try to line it up kind of with the side rail. There's that little side rail on the side of this thing. It's kind of what I'm lining it up with, and then there you go. Keeping it in place. There's the spool holder back on. And there's one more piece that we could swap out real quick. Since we've already gone this far. We could take this screw out and then get that screw back there out and then lift the plate up and then flip-flop and put this plate on. But I think, if I remember right, I think this plate, no, that's just a screw hole, because we got to take the one really long screw out of the back. I think there's a long screw in the back, and I'm not going to mess with that right now. That is definitely not a, we're going to not mess with it right now. So there we go. Let's set this guy back up. Let's keep the network cable to the side. Let's get the power cable plugged back in. Power it back up. And then there we go. We'll set it down base, like crunch it, and then bring it back up. And let's see. It's still that lovely. Let's tuck this down and see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I got some slack for them motor cables, but now when it pushes down, it seems like it goes down about the same all the way around. So maybe it was just a belt tension issue. Let's see. Okay, there's that. I do have the frame stiffeners that we could add into it as well, but yeah, no. Anyway, Captain, my Captain, good to see you, Captain. I do have to do the end print retract distance. I need to fix that because it retracts way more than it needs to. Okay. There is that. Okay. Yeah, this is how you know that your DoorDash, I believe it was the DoorDash folks. That's how you know DoorDash comes to your house a lot, when they deliver your neighbor's order to your house, because they just recently started using DoorDash and you've been using DoorDash. So yeah. Anyway, home all. We do need to stop that from happening, because it only needs to move Z down one time. Z tilt. Let's adjust Z tilt. I do see that we have a little cam tilt too. There we go. All right, that's done. Now let's go back to height map. First, I guess let's go back to main. Let's go back to this camera. Let's go to presets and let's do probe. I forgot, we got to change that because I think it said 140 is all the hotter. You want the hot end for that. So your interview went good. He told me the job is pretty much mine, but he has 2 more interviews that he has to do, but I pretty much have the job. Thorpe, congratulations, good sir. Welcome back to the employed world. I hope all goes well with you there. Tech Jeeper, I didn't see you sneak in there, bud. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. By the way, guys, don't forget to check out Printinventory. Printinventory.com, right? Right, Tech Jeeper? That's your badass little printing, like, printer program. It keeps it's a STL organization software for your PC, so it will scan a drive, pull in all your STL files. If you don't know what it is, that's what it does. And then it'll also give you little, it'll give you thumbnails of each one of the files. So, and it puts it all together in one neat little place. And it also gives you the ability to print from there. It'll load your slicer software, bring the file in. You can select what you need to select and go. It is nice. It is very nice. I have it on my laptop, which my laptop at some point should become my primary system out here because I need money. I got a decent streaming rig. My laptop should be sufficient for what I do. I'm not doing any gaming or anything crazy. And yeah, so I'm going to have to actually bring the laptop out here, hook up some cameras and stuff to it and see how it does before I make the final decision. I may actually part with the laptop, which I don't want to do because when we travel and if I want to do streams or just anything when I travel, it'd be nice to have a killer laptop. It'd be great if my main rig was my laptop and when we traveled, I just unplugged it, grabbed the things I needed and went and everything just continued to work. So that would be nice. So. Yes, it'll be pretty cool when you get other things implemented, but for right now, the program as it is awesome. I kind of wish that I had time and had been more chatty and been able to, you know, test it out in its infancy. Well, it's pretty sweet, Tech Jeeper. I have lots of files, but for right now, I will enjoy the program as you release it, good sir, because I know that I don't have the ability to provide you with useful information in a timely fashion. So make sure to use a powered hub. Yes, Captain, exactly. Make sure USB-C to USB-A with the extra bandwidth. Yes. Yeah, my laptop has dual USB-Cs on the back. And my laptop is actually kind of a monster of a laptop. It has a 350 watt power brick. Like it's a massive brick. I can't use like a dock. Or I mean, I could use a USB powered dock to power devices on the dock, but it's not going to send power to the laptop because it requires so damn much. When I tried using a 200 watt dock, it yelled at me that it didn't have enough power. So yeah, there's that. It's got a 4050 Ti or 4050 graphics card built in. I maxed it out at 64 gigs of RAM with two 2TB NVMe's. I didn't max out the NVMe's, obviously. I just put two terabytes in it, so there's 4 terabytes of total storage, 64 gigs of RAM. It should be more than enough for what I need to do on a stream. So we'll have to get that thing out here and get it set up for a test run, maybe this coming weekend. So maybe this coming weekend I'll stream from the laptop with some stuff. And then if that works out, the desktop will get blown out, cleaned out, and then I will need a NVMe storage device, kind of like something I can throw, not NVMe. I'll need a network storage device, a NAS, that I can put my hard drives into. Yeah, it's the Acer Nitro 5. It's a beast of a laptop. It's not high end today. It was high end a year ago, but still good. Not Asus, Acer. Sorry, did I say Asus? I meant Acer. Yeah, Acer. Yeah, so it's Acer. It's not Asus. Asus is nice, but it's a good system. I've been able to play some games and stuff on it in the past. I was playing World of Warcraft on it with no problem, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be just streaming. So hardware encoding for the stream you know, for the camera data. You're using the GPU for that. Pretty much it. Won't connect to the slicer. Did you do the update? Did you do the update? I hope not. And then, yeah, it's in LAN only mode. No update. Good man. Good man. Don't let them do to you the things that they do. Play 3D printer simulator. Yeah, exactly. That's probably the extent of what I'll do is 3D, you know, 3D printer simulator. Okay, I'm homing the printer. You can see that in the background, so I'm not going to switch the camera right now. And then I'm going to rerun the Z-tilt now that everything is heated up. So we'll run Z-tilt. Once Z-tilt's done, then we'll hit it again. I am noticing something that I don't like. I don't like how far to the right it is going when it's doing its Z-tilt. So I'm going to have to knock that back in about another 5 or 10 mil. So, yeah. Plus, this place is only 15 minutes away. Hey, dude, that's awesome when you've only got a half-hour commute total. Like, round trip every day is a half-hour commute. That's nice. I've been doing hour and a half every day. Printers. You're playing with printers? Is that what you're doing? You're going to be working with 3D printing, like, close to home? Nice. If that's what you're doing. If not, I don't know where printers came from, but yeah. All right, let's go to height map. Let's run a calibrate. Default. Make it happen. Oh, what's it doing? Of course. Now it's taking its sweet old time. I think it's going to do a 5-minute heat soak on the bed before it runs. That heat soak part is fine and dandy, I guess, because of the thicker aluminum plate, but I don't think that tiny little printer needs a 5-minute heat soak. Oh, lower extruder temperature to allow connect target 140. Well, I have it set to 140. You biscuit eating bulldog. You shut it down, added the cover, and turn it back on, and it can't connect. That is interesting. That is very interesting. And I know I'm going to ask the stupid IT question that we all ask, but did you turn it off and back on again? And did you verify that it has network connectivity to your local network? You got offered a senior IP engineer job today, but they won't let you work remotely. You would have to move and sell the house. The salary isn't enough. Yeah, I don't blame you there, good sir. Factory reset it and make a Facebook ad for sale. Yes. Los Inc, I think you may be hitting that one right on the head, and I know that Tor has other printers that he loves more than that. I know he likes the convenience of the bamboo, but since he is currently in the process or has currently built his box turtle, I think, you know, yeah, connecting the network into the Panda. Yeah, he does love his Trident. He has become a hardcore Trident fan. So, box turtle is printing. Nice. Big all-wheel drive Trident guy. I would love if LDO came out with a all-wheel drive Trident kit. And realistically, if Jason ever sends me a Trident kit, he was talking about sending me a 250. 250 is fine for most everything I print. A 300 would be nice, but if someone's going to send you something, you don't bitch. You take it and you say thank you. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to say thank you. So if and when the Trident comes, it may be cool to 350 printer is nice. Yeah, I don't have the luxury of being able to afford stuff, Tor. So if people are going to give me things, I'm going to take them and I'm going to build them and do things with them. I've already talked to Keela and Jeremy, and since one of the things they do for West 3D is the printed parts kits, they may already have the files already loaded for the 250. So they may be able to just grab a couple colors and print me out some parts for it and then just send them off to me. So if and when a Trident kit shows up here, I will hit them up. They will send me the parts, and then, you know, the usual shout outs, the thank you for the parts. And then I don't know, I may ask them kindly to include the all-wheel drive parts. And depending on which steppers come with the kit, I may have a couple more steppers laying around. And then I can do an all-wheel drive build on the Trident. So instead of going straight into a Trident, we'll go into an all-wheel drive LDO Trident. Yes, yes. I just don't know which board they include with the Trident. Probably the Manta, which the Manta is great. But how is the all-wheel drive Trident set up? Because I'm thinking to myself here, oh, well, I guess if it does CAN bus, if you're using CAN bus for the hot end, you've got the extra stepper there. So you'd have your 3Z, your, so you only need 7 then, wouldn't you? Because you'd have your 3Zs and then your 4 for your X and Y. And yeah, CAN for the hot. I mean, so either way, even if it does have the Manta board, and I did get silly, but yeah, so yeah, it only needs 7. So yeah, that could work. So if it comes with, you know, the 7 steppers and a CAN, great. If it only comes with, you know, I've got extra 2209s floating around now. If 2209s come in the kit, or if it comes with 2226s, I could take 4 of the 2226s I got from Sergio. Wait, which one's better, 2209 or 2226s? I don't remember. Let's see here. TMC 2226 versus TMC 2209. What's the difference? Operating temperatures. 2226's operating temperature is -40 to 125, whereas the TMC 22 operates at -40 to 125, -40 to 125. So the operating temperature is the same. Let's see what this site says is the big differences here. Stealth chop technology for that. Low noise motor driver designed for 2-phase steppers. Optimal efficiency, maximum torque. So really, if that's the case, where's the breakdowns? Let's see what the breakdown is. Where's the general consensus of 2226 versus 20? Analog device, steppers bipolar, so am I. AC/DC, NA, integrated controller and power stage combined. Step direction UART, MOSFET. 1 to 1, 256 stepping. General phase, output up to 2 amps, supply 3.4 to 5. Voltage load 4.75 to 29. Operating temperature -40 C to 125 C. Surface mount. And 1 second, guys. Let me mute this because I don't know what wifey wants, but I can't ignore wifey. Give me a second. Okay, gang, Mrs. needs me in the house, but so I'm gonna have to go. We've been going for 220 or 213 now, so but real quick, analog stepper two phase 4.6 to 5.25 with 2.8 amps. Operating current is 7.5 milliamp. Same operating temps. Voltage rating is 6 volts to 29 volts. Operating frequency is 12 megahertz, and power display or disposition is 1.4. Crazy, but let's see here. I'm trying to figure out like just a general, this is good for this, this is good for this, like a quick little, this is what you would do. Okay, so main differences, you got TMC 2226 operates within a voltage range of 3.3 to 5 volts, with TMC 2209s operating between 4.6 and 5.25. So you get a little bit lower voltage range and a 5 volt versus a little bit higher range on the 2209s. Operating temperatures are the same. Mounting style uses a different mounting style for the board. Package details. Features a thermally optimized THSSOP package for optimal inspection, while 2209 uses a compact QFL package with a larger heat sink or heat slug. Both 2226s and 2209 stepper drivers, ICs, are originally developed and manufactured by Trinamic, the company. Yeah, so basically there you go. Your main takeaway is a little bit of difference in voltage. And then there's it's pretty much it. Just a little bit difference in voltage, it looks like. The main takeaway is a little bit different, bit of a difference in voltage. Back to, let's see here. You sent in your interest for testing out the Thinker X400. If you get an X400, good sir, good for you, because I reached out to them and was told that all the model or all the units are out, but in the future they would consider me. So fingers crossed. I did ask about an X400. It would be nice to have a 400 bill volume Core XY Voron style printer. Not going to complain if it shows up. I'll definitely, stick it in the background there and we'll use it. But I do hope you get one, good sir. I really do. I hope you get one. But yeah, guys, you have a set of LDO, the high powers, me too. Or power motor, the high power motors, me too. So that's why I said, depending on what comes in the kit, I may have some, so we could maybe do a LDO variant of the all-wheel drive. Just print the all-wheel drive parts. Yeah. But you guys, thank you for coming and hanging out. We at least got that swapped out, some parts swapped out, and I'll do some tweaking and tuning and playing around with it. And then after that, it'll go to work with me. So I'm probably going to just re-level the bed and run a test print now that I've got everything kind of tightened up on that and see how it does. If you don't see it in the background, it's because I took it to work. I'm not going to lie. I'm impatient. I have ADHD. If it's working later when I get done eating dinner, I will probably just pack it up, take it to work with me, and have it at work to play around with for a little while, because I like having a printer and I miss having a printer in my office. And then on the next stream, we'll probably swap those parts out to green on that guy. And then on the stream after that, I will hopefully remember to print the parts for JPP's Ender 3 project. We'll get them printed and we'll start getting all the electronics mounted up and try and tidy up some of the wiring. Get that thing fired up and get it going. And go from there. So next stream will probably be that one. Unless this thing's still sitting here, then it'll be this, then that, and then that. And yeah. So that being said though, guys, the usual stay out trouble, stay out jail, happy 3D printing, all those things. And remember that an old printer is better than no printer. So bye guys. Gotta go help the missus.